Okay, here's the next video. We're in an area with a lot more leaves, dark leaves as the ground, and we'll see how it blends with them. Probably see it now. It's there, but it's not that bad. Alright, let's move in on it. I was hoping to get a little duller of a brown. I find that when you use the Rite Dye, R-I-T-E dye, that's the company name, if you use it on material that's new and hasn't been faded, the colors will be very bright and rich, which normally is really nice, but not against nature, which is not bright and rich. So it's best to dye things that are actually kind of faded and worn out over time. They'll have a tendency to dye in more natural colors. So just a quick tip for anybody who wants to dye their tent. So we're coming around now. What I did was I decided to take the tent and put it sort of against the hill. That's the hill that I just climbed down from. So now what we're doing is the main trail that I want to avoid is just right over here. I'm trying not to pan really quickly. That's where the horses cross, people cross, and what I want to do is sort of go against the hill to try to hide. So obviously right now I'm totally pretty much concealed against the tree here. That's not really camo, that's concealment, but let's just see what happens here when we're against the hill. We'll go on the trail, see if we can spot the tent, and I basically put a bunch of trees, branches right in front of it to try to hide it. So, okay, we're pretty much on the trail right now that most people use here. This is the trail. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just walk along that trail and just look into the bush and see if we can spot anything. I can see it right now with my naked eye, but I don't know what the camera can see. So we'll just walk around a little bit and see what we've got. So right here looks like a pretty decent view, but you know what? Honestly, that's pretty good. That doesn't stick out too much. The brown is a little too rich and orangey for me, but you know what? Come fall, I really think it's going to blend quite nicely. So yeah, we're pretty much out of the line right now. Yeah, nobody's going to see it at this point. So let's head back. Hope it's not too shaky here. I'm trying to walk still on the path. It's kind of tricky. Now let's make our way to the tent, just directly to it. See how it looks. Yeah, you know what, those branches up in there, it really breaks up that dome, geodesic dome shape that tents have. It'd be kind of neat to design a tent with sort of sharper lines, you know, more like trees and bush and stuff. So here we are. We're literally not even 10 yards, maybe 8 yards from it. We're wicked close to it right now. I'd say 15 feet here. And you know what, geez, that's now obviously right now it's kind of popping, of course. We're right on it. We're like 10 feet away, maybe 12 feet away. But let me see, let's go back here this way. So this is a really great tent. This is the I forget the name of the company. It's the GI ACU tent. You can sort of see the ACU camo behind what I dyed, and I'm going to show you here. Okay, so that's the old ACU that you're seeing right there, and you know, it works surprisingly well if you're in a really green area. It's not bad. It's not bad. But like I said, most of my camping is in the fall, so I really prefer the browner colors. So this is the tent here. I bought it off of a guy on eBay, a really great seller. This one's brand new, never been issued, never been used. It's in pristine condition. Oh wait, no, sorry. This is the slightly used one. I bought two of these. One of them is brand new, one is slightly used. and this is the slightly used one, but it's still in, I mean, really awesome shape. So, you know, I can't complain. It was I can't remember what the price was, but it wasn't bad at all. I highly recommend this tent if you do a lot of cold weather camping. If you're doing stuff that's more really hot weather and you need the ventilation, I don't really recommend it because it's a very warm tent. It'll heat you up. But I camp primarily in the cold. We're here in the foothills of Canada, in Alberta, so the evenings will get pretty wicked cold. So yeah, I like to have something where I can kind of, you know, batten down the hatches and just you know, stay nice and warm during the night. So this is definitely it. This is a fantastic tent. I'm about 5'10". I can sort of sit up in it. The tent touches the top of my head, but you know, it's a compromise, right? You got to remember, this is a stealth tent. This is a tent that was issued for the U.S. Army, so it's designed to be as low as comfortably possible, right? So you're not going to get something that's super high up with lots of headroom, but also at the same time, it's a lot easier to hide because it's not high up. I've got an REI Chrysalis tent, and that one is probably about close to a foot higher than this. When it comes to concealing that tent, it's trickier. It makes a difference. So anyways, this is the ACU US Army tent. Fantastic tent, US made. I love the US and I love when they make stuff. So right on, another great product from America. God bless you guys. Have a great day.